Hello, I'm Rex. This is section 3. Let's go. A painter will paint n walls with the same size and shape in a building using a specific brand of paint. The painter's fee can be calculated by the expression NKL, okay, where n is the number of walls, k is a constant with the units of dollars per square foot, L is the length of each, oh my god, and h is the height of each wall in feet. Like, if the customer asks the painter to use a more expensive brand of paint, which of the factors in the equation would change? The price, the one that has to do with price of paint. It's constant, it's k. See? If 3r equals 18, r is 6. What's the value of 6 times 6 plus 339? D. Which of the following is equal to a to the 2/3? A to the 2/3 is cubic root of a squared. So D. The number of states that joined the United States between 1776 and 1849 is twice the number of states that joined between 1850 and 1900. If 30 states joined the United States between 1776 and 1849, and X states, so 30 is twice the number of states than X, so X is 15. Which of the following equations is true? Check which one works with X is 15. I think it's B. If 5 over X equals 15 over X plus 20, what's the value of X? Maybe just cross multiply fraction equals fraction. You'll get, oh my god, 15x equals 5x plus 100. 15x equals 5x plus 100, so 10x equals 100, so X is 10. What's the value of 10 over 5? 2. XY is the solution to the system of equations above. What's the value of x minus y? Oh, shortcut alert. See, if they ask for x minus y, I think you can just add these together. Yeah, you'll get 5x minus 5y is equal to negative 20. The way you get from 5x minus 5y to x minus y, divide by 5. So it'd be negative 20 divided by 5, which is negative 4. C. 7. The function f is defined by polynomials. Some values of x and f of x are shown in this table above, which finally must be a factor of f of x. Factoring happens when you set y equal to 0. So then this is going to be when f of x is 0. They tell me that x is 4. And then so if you're getting a quadratic where x is 4, when y is 0, then they would factor into x minus 4 equals 0. That's what would give you x is 4. So C. The line y equals kx plus 4, where k is a constant, is graphed in the xy plane. If the line contains the point CD, what's the slope of the, do I just do slope formula? So change in y over change in x, so d minus, the y-intercept point is going to be like 0, 4. So it's going to be like d minus 4 over c minus 0. A, hopefully. 9. In the system of equations below, k is a constant, x, y are variables. For what value of k will the system of equations have no solution? Means that the slopes are the same, which means that the left-hand sides of these equations should match and that their ratios should be the same as well. So like 4 over 5 should equal k over 3. If you have 4 over 5 equals k over 3, 4 over 5 equals k over 3, then you'll have 12 is equal to 5k. 4 over 5 is 12 is equal to 5k, so k is 12 over 5a. In the xy plane, the parabola with equation y equals x minus 11 squared intersects the line with equation y equals 25 at 2 points. What's the length of AB? Intersect means set them equal, so then maybe expand out the left-hand one and then try to combine it all into like one quadratic. It'll turn into x squared minus 20, it's minus 11, right? Yeah, so x squared minus 22x plus 121 is equal to 25. So 121 minus 25 is 96. So it's going to turn into x squared minus 22x plus 96. Now we need to factor that into whatever the heck 96 would combine and give me a 22 in the middle. 48 and no. I don't know why I started with that one. Oh, maybe 16 and 6. I think it's going to be 16 and 6. So negative 16 and negative. So x minus 16, x minus 6. So x is 6 and 16. What's the length of AB? 6 and 6, 10. A. 11. In the figure above, lines K, L, M intersect at a point if x plus y equals u plus w. X plus y equals u plus w. Which of the following must be true? So, so y and u, I think, equal one another, given that they're vertical angles. That tells me then that you can like cancel out the y and the u. That means that x and w are equal. Cool. So let's try. Roman numeral 1, x equals z. X would equal w, and w equals z, given the vertical angle rule, and so 1 is true. W equals, or y equals w. We know y equals u. We don't have any connection with like y or u to any of the other stuff, so I'm not sure you can prove that one. Then 3z equals t. Z equals t. Z equals w. W equals x. X equals t. Vertical angles all the way through. Yeah, so I think it's 1 and 3. So B. In the quadratic equation above, a is a non-zero constant. The graph of the equation in the xy plane is a parabola with vertex CD. Which of the following is equal to D? We could do the negative b over 2a maybe to find the x coordinate of the vertex. So if we expanded this out, you would get like a times x squared plus 2x. X squared plus 2x minus 8. So negative b over 2a would be negative 2 over 2. So x is negative 1. Now, if you want to find the y coordinate there when x is -1, then we can plug in x is -1 into this equation to see what it says. So if x is -1, you'll get a times -1 minus, so -3 times +3, -9 is a, I think. 13, the equation 24x squared plus 25x minus 4 is over. Oh, it's disgusting. It was disgusting. That means compare coefficients. It's true for all the, yeah. So then I want to try to simplify I want to try to get the right-hand side to look more like the left-hand side. I think the really only way that I can think of to do that would be to like make a common denominator on the right-hand side. And then I'm noticing that if I were to make a common denominator for the -8x and -3, like multiply the top and bottom of those by x minus 2, then there would only be one place where you would get an x squared on the right-hand side of this equation. It would be the -8x times ax. So -8ax squared would be the only x squared term on the right. That would have to equal the only x squared term on the left, which is 24. So -8ax squared has to equal 24, so a is -3, b. What are the solutions to 3x squared plus 12x plus 6 equals 0? Oh, quadratic formula, I think. Maybe a shortcut, but I think I'm going to quadratic formula, or try to. I'm going to divide that by 3 first to make my life easier. So x squared plus 4 plus 2. -4 plus or minus the square root of b squared 16 minus 4c minus 8. So -4 plus or minus the square root of 8 over 2. -4 plus or minus 2 root 2 over 2. So -2 plus or minus root 2. -2 a. 15. The equation above shows how a temperature F measured in degrees Fahrenheit relates to a temperature C measured in degrees Celsius based on the equation which the following must be true. Must be? Okay, so we should stress test these. A temperature increase of 1 degree Fahrenheit is equivalent to a temperature increase of 5/9 degrees Celsius. If we want to test what happens when it increases, let's pick a starting point. Like, let's say we started at Fahrenheit equals 32. So if F equals 32, then C is 0. And if I increase Fahrenheit by 1 degree to 33, then C becomes 5/9. So I think Roman numeral 1 checks out. Temperature increase of 1 degree Celsius is equivalent to a temperature increase of 1.8 degrees Fahrenheit. Same thing. So let's start with F is 30. Well, let's start with F is 32 causes C to be 0. Now, if I set C equal to 1, I'm going to multiply 9/5 on both sides. You'll get 1.8 is equal to F minus 32. F minus 32. F equals 32 minus 1.8, which is like, or plus 1, I think it's right actually. Yeah, so then it would become like 33.8. F is 33.8 now. Yeah, so then 2 checks out. A temperature increase of 5/9 degree Fahrenheit is equivalent to a temperature increase of 1 degree. I don't think that even makes like common sense because isn't Celsius like stronger than Fahrenheit? So like 1 Celsius is like several Fahrenheit degrees. Okay, I think it's 1 and 2, so D. What's one possible solution for the equation above? Okay, so expand x. Maybe you can cross out an x too if you want, but let's see. X to the 5th minus x to the 3rd equal. Let's set it all equal to 0. X to the 5th minus x to the 5th minus 5x cubed plus 4x. So factor out an x. That means x to the 4th minus 5x squared plus 4. Minus 1 minus 4. So x squared minus 1 and x squared minus 4 would be the factors. Oh, you use difference of squares then to get x plus 1, x minus 1, and then x plus 2, x minus 2. So then the answer is greater than 0, so that's 1 or 2. 17 is 7. Okay, what's the value of x? It looks kind of, actually it doesn't look so bad. We can simplify the left. Like, doesn't that just into 1? That turns into 1/3, right, on the left. So 3/9 is, so 1/3 x is equal to, set a common denominator of 12 on the right-hand side. You get like 3 plus 8, 2, so 8. So it's 2/3. So what do you have? 1/3 x equals 2/3. So then x is 2/3 times 3. So 2, hopefully. 2 isosceles triangles are shown above. If 180 minus z equals 2y and y is 75, what's the value of x? If y is 75, I think I can use that in the first equation, right? So that means 180 minus z is 150. That means z is 30. And if z is 30, then the two angles, they said it's isosceles. So that means the two angles that are underneath z have to be the same. Let's call them a. That means like z plus 2a has to equal 180. Z is 30. 2a equals 150. A is 75. Then that means 75 plus x has to be 180 because they make a straight line, so they're supplementary. So I think it's 105. At a lunch stand, each hamburger has 50 more calories than each order of fries. If 2 hamburgers and 3 orders of fries have a total of 1,700 calories, how many calories does a hamburger have? Okay, each hamburger has 50. Hamburger equals 50. French fries plus 50. 2 hamburgers is 2 French fries plus 100. And 3 orders of French. So 5 French fries plus 100 equals 1,700 calories. 5 French fries equals 1,600 calories. French fries equals 320? Is that what they add? Oh, hamburger? Hamburger is that plus 370. In triangle ABC, the measure of angle B is 90 degrees. Triangle ABC. B is 90. BC is 16 and AC is 20. Oh, it's 3, 4, 5. So this is 12, I think. I'm not sure if that matters, but triangle DEF is similar to triangle ABC, where vertices DEF correspond to vertices ABC, respectively, and each side of the triangle DEF is 1/3 the length of the corresponding side of the triangle AB. What's the value of sine of... Oh, so sine of x, like all of that information that they just told me doesn't really matter, because sine of x would just be the same as the... Sine of f would just be same as the sine of whatever angle it corresponded to. The sides don't really matter. So then it would be f DEF corresponds to ABC. So it was 12, 16... 20. C was the one over here. It'd be opposite over hypotenuse, so 12 over 20. 3/5, I think. Okay, section 4, let's go.